The distance from Vancouver to Kelowna is about 500 kilometers, and the speed limit for the car is 100 kilometers an hour. So write an expression for the time. So we know that time is equal to the displacement over velocity. So the displacement here is 500 kilometers over 100 kilometers per hour. And so that's our expression. And if we were to work this out, we can see the kilometers cancel out, and we should be left with 5 hours of time. So it takes 5 hours at the speed limit to go from Vancouver to Kelowna. So what happens if we change the speed by the car by x? So what's the new expression for time? So the time expression is going to be the displacement. Well, the displacement is still 500 kilometers from Vancouver to Kelowna. Now the new speed is going to be 100 plus x kilometers per hour. And if we were to graph this function, if we graph this rational function, okay, it would have a vertical asymptote at negative 100. But since we're not going to consider x as negative, we're just going to say that x starts at 0, so we're going to have time is 5 hours crossing the x-axis, and as we increase the velocity, the time is going to decrease in this way. Okay? So if we increase the velocity to, let's say, 100 kilometers an hour, so let's let the x equals the increase in velocity. That would then mean that we're going at 200 kilometers an hour, and our time is going to be 2.5 hours. Okay, so this is going to be time along the y-axis, which is in hours. So our graph should look something like this. So what is the savings in time if we travel 10 kilometers an hour above the speed limit? Well, our savings in time is going to be the original time, which is 5 hours. Okay, so this is, I'm going to write this as time saved, is equal to the original 5 hours minus the new time that we had. So that new time is going to look like this. It's going to be the same distance or displacement over the increase, 100 plus the increase in velocity. So there is my new time savings. This expression represents new time savings. 5 hours minus 500 kilometers divided by 100 plus x hours. That unit of the blue expression will be hours. So this is the expression for the savings in time if we travel x kilometers above the speed limit. And so if I rearrange this, I can put this all into one fraction, which is advantageous because we can do our math a little bit easier when it's all in one ratio. So I'm going to get a common denominator. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 100 plus x. So I get 500 plus 5x in the numerator over 100 plus x minus 500 over 100 plus x. Okay, the 500s cancel out, so we end up with 5x over 100 plus x. So this expression represents the time saved, or the difference in the time from the original time and our new time based on the new velocities.